Discover diuretics. Is life an endless nightmare of confusion and chaos leading to a bleak nothingness, or is it just me? Page 8.
Why do I have dreams about my mother in Saran Wrap?
Page 69.
Why did I give my life savings to a bizarre cult religion founded by a bad science fiction writer?
Page 1999.
Am I worthy of 7th level Zardoz, or am I a butthead?
Page 2525. Discover diuretics. Flushing questions from the mind. Feel the power. Feel the movement. Diuretics by L. Ron Hubbub. Over 20 million copies sold. Can you believe it?
Yeah, sure can, because there's at least 100 million dummies out there, and I think most of them are listening to us. Don't forget, Phil Hendrie, 2 to 6 this afternoon. I'm going to start promoting the goddamn Phil Hendrie show.
Did you...
I'm telling you, I did. I went on for like an hour about that 2 to 3 hour yesterday. I'm going to promote this man. I'm going to stand on my hand. I'm going to do cartwheels. I'm going to buy my own billboards out there just to promote Phil Hendrie, because it's beneficial to all of us, because there might be a little slop over. In fact, we would have thought since the passion bitch went up just a hair at night, I can't say what kind of hair, she went up a little hair at night, so there'd be some slop over from that show, wouldn't you think? Just a little?
Squirt, squirt.
Oh, Norberto cleaned it up? So anyway, it's 12:07 at WIOD. Everybody in the building concurs. They wasted like $1.5 million on Howard in Chicago, the same company that if we have a cart machine that's broken, we can't be bothered with that in here because we're building a new building, and if you live long enough, we might be in there. Wouldn't that be great if we were in that new building right now in Hollywood? Oh, God, would that be a beautiful thing. Here's a lady on South Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. I'm coming out of the woodwork.
You're coming out?
Yes.
Okay.
I just got back. I've been in Los Angeles for 2 months, and I was there when the verdict was read.
Were you on the jury?
No. No, but do you know Cato has his own radio station out there?
His own radio
Not
show?
his own radio station, but he's on his...
Radio show, yeah.
His radio show.
Isn't that sad?
It's...
Pathetic.
Neil,
that goes to show
people call
you.
this man, and he's very popular, and they're into him.
They're into him?
Yeah.
Based on what?
I don't know.
He fits out there. He's like that burnt-out surfer look.
But
That's
everybody's
Cato.
like that out there.
Right, exactly.
And then
Oh, my God.
Right, and I came back here, and there's nothing here either.
Right.
So...
I don't think Los Angeles and Miami are like the two hot spots right now.
No, well, I was like...
Although they don't have the parrot jungle out there, so we got that up on. We got a leg up on them. And they don't have Iskaya.
No, they don't. Or
right.
blimps.
Or what?
Or blimps.
They don't have the Goodyear blimp, right?
But, I mean, but there's nothing here either, Neil. I mean, this is a very dying town.
You're kidding.
No, well, I know you don't. But I'm a young, vital woman, and I don't know what to do.
You're a young, vital woman.
Yes.
Well, I guarantee you we could find a lot of guys, young, vital guys out there who will keep you busy like 20 hours a day at least.
Well, I've been listening to your show for years, and if there are guys like who listen to your show, I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do with them?
No.
Well, maybe they can give you a little instruction.
Maybe.
Okay.
Take it easy, Neil.
See you at one of our appearances. I'll guarantee we'll line them up for you.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe I will come, because I never go to any of your things.
There you go. Come to one of my things.
Okay, baby.
Okay, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye-bye. She's going to come to one of our things. We're going to have like a gangbang right there, right in the middle of the mall. What's wrong with that? She sounds like she's cooperative. She's looking for a little excitement in her life, okay? She's tired of all these deadbeat places like L.A. and Miami. God, go somewhere where there's like a little bit of action. It sure ain't here. 751, but we do have the parrot jungle. Oh, God. See, that call was really better than any call that Phil had yesterday in its own way. Not as funny, but really better, because that was the epitome of what these people think. These parochial little people who've never been more than 2 blocks from Dayland. Here's Pompano. Hello. Wait a minute. Like I said, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I did see that thing on Ray Seal's cousin last night.
Right.
That's just I don't know what to say about it. It's a disgrace. I mean, this kind of stuff, it goes on all the time, and the only time we ever hear about it is if it's somebody, happens to somebody famous.
Right.
If it's caught on video.
Here's a guy who was a black guy who evidently was, well-dressed. He was driving a Jaguar, not a deadbeat. He was driving through a white neighborhood, and as a black guy in a white neighborhood, that's that old story. They're still doing it, pulling guys over.
And then what happened? They probably pulled him over, They started giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
He probably got all pissed off about it.
Right, and there was like 3 of them and one of him.
Yep.
And he's dead.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, where is this? How far have we come? Sure, blacks aren't slaves anymore, but,
And see, all these people that were so whipped up talking about the Farrakhan march and talking about the OJ thing, all it is lip service, because they don't really give a crap. They don't care.
Right. I mean, it's like, I'm a little concerned about it, but, it just, it's the facts, it'll blow over, and then I'll forget about it.
They make it into a big media circus, and then people pretend that they give a crap, but as soon as that's over with, let's see, what do we got on Geraldo today? What's Jenny Jones got on? What's the next thing that we can sink our teeth into?
Right. I mean, I'm concerned about it, but, what can I do? What am I going to do about it, I mean... it's just tough. I don't know what.
Yeah.
You know, what can you say?
Go down to the passport office. Be a good idea.
Hey, and
just in case.
The Phil Hendrie thing yesterday was great, and I heard you say you wanted to start promoting him a lot. I was wondering if you could play that Phil Hendrie song you have.
Which one is that?
The one that starts out, my manager told me, yeah.
Oh, what is that called, George? That Phil thing.
That thing's great.
Oh, Phil's Twisted.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
You got it. See ya.
See ya.
Open line in Dade, 7511 in Broward, 524. What is this thing?
Yeah, but let me say something first. Let me say something. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, but are you sure? Yeah, but wait. Yeah, but wait a second. But wait. Yeah.
All right. There it is. Just a little preview of the Phil Hendrie Show from 2 to 6. Got your hockey tickets here, Phil. That's your reward for doing that great hour between 2 and 3 yesterday. And the tip-off on this town, like that woman was asking what's this all about, the article about Margaret and Phil, it's in the Herald Living Today section on page 80. There's a sentence in here that should give you an idea. It says, we should let you know we think Margaret is a disgrace. Apparently, however, you don't. Enough of you tune in to make Henry's show, 2 to 6 p.m. weekdays, one of the top-rated English-language talk shows in South Florida. Where else in the United States of America could you find a newspaper column about a radio guy and it would say his show is one of the top-rated English-language shows in South Florida? Stop and think about it. Ponder it.
Player. When I'm practicing in the afternoon, I listen to Phil Hendrie, 2 to 6 on WIOD. He keeps me uplifted, informed, and stupid.
Phil Hendrie, 2 to 6 p.m. on News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio, 610 WIOD.
No solamente es Hank Goldberg, también es un hipopótamo.
The manager told me that I was right out of my head, and then he said Phil Hendrie was using a voice instead. Such lies, I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought.
Are you sure?
That I was crazy, but I'm not. Oh no.
Yeah, but wait a second.
The manager told me.
Yeah.
That I was a little confused, and I said, hey, Bobby.
Yep.
I didn't call to get abused this way. I heard his show just the other day. I think you ought to know what he did on his show. I was very appalled. That's the reason why I called.
Yeah, but let me say something first.
This woman named Margaret calls her show quite a lot, and I don't want to listen to that stuck-up old snot. I know you think Phil is a genius, and that it's okay if you feel that way, but hear what I say. I didn't think it was a bit funny, especially when he talked about the aborted baby fetuses with the cocktail sauce on top.
Yeah, but are you sure?
The manager told me that I could use some couch time, but I should have maybe.
Yep.
You'd let me speak my mind. You'll find I didn't think it was very kind when baseball was played by the crippled and blind. And to make matters worse, passion phones with Sonny Hirsch. Oh no.
All right.
The manager told me
that
I was right out of my head, and then he said, lady, you're too easily misled, 'cause you should know Phil Hendrie show's unique and new. So why don't you relax and have a volume or two, 'cause you don't know if you've got to talk to Bobby Green or not. And you know 3 voices are better than 1.
You son of a bitch.
12:18 at WIDSC. Lunchman is here with our lunch today, which is outstanding from Stand Stage Deli, where they got great stuff. They got all the Atkins stuff. They got these special hot dogs, and they got the cheesecake, and they got great stuff. We love Carol. We love Stan. We love the deli. Okay, we love everybody. We love the Lunchman. 2 open lines in Dade, 751-9463, 751 WIOD. Even Andy's finagling free lunch every day. Here's a lady in Hollywood. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you were just asking for some women that were sitting out there doing absolutely nothing, and even though I'm working, I decided to go ahead and call you.
Well, isn't that great?
So,
you answered my plea.
I answered your plea.
Great.
Well,
yeah.
What do you want to talk about, O.J. or
anything that tickles your fancy? Were you impressed by the fact that O.J. didn't attend his birthday, his daughter's 10th birthday party the other day?
I think it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, if he claims to be such a good father, and
right.
And all this, and he not only that he didn't attend, but the fact that he was out there with this Paula woman
screwing around.
Yeah,
right.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Right.
So, and it's not even a claim that the grandparents didn't want to let him have the kids. I haven't heard that anywhere either.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even have a defense in that respect.
Right.
So, and with regard to the Paula woman hanging around with him, I agree with the caller this morning that in the Rick and Suds that she is safe. He's not going to touch her.
You sure?
Positive? Let's face it. Well, there's nothing positive in this world.
Yeah,
however.
but there's a lot of talk about him moving to another country. You know, I mean, Panama City, that's close to another country, but there is a lot of talk that they want to pick up and move to a foreign country because he can't escape all the derision here and all the psychosis. And, of course, if...
he can't escape it anywhere. I mean, this was worldwide.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they paid too much attention a lot of other places. You'd be surprised. Didn't really care that much.
Well, it really wasn't that important. The only thing, it was blown out of proportion.
So if she pisses him off, if he catches her screwing around, they might just be hopping on a plane. That's why he always carries that passport.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
But I still think if they stay here, she's safe because he's got to prove to the world that he is squeaky clean and sweet as pie.
Wouldn't you think that after they spent all that money and they got him off that he would that would be satisfactory? But instead, it's like he's still trying to prove it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he denies that we don't believe it, but in his mind, he knows none of us believe it.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you something. I don't believe he didn't do it. All right? I believe he probably did do it.
Yeah.
But I do agree that because of the system, the way it's set up nowadays...
Because it sucks, yeah.
Which it sucks. Mm-hmm. And I work within the system, so I know it better than maybe some other people. And I still think it was a good verdict because it shows that reasonable doubt does work. So let's assume he hadn't done it and everything was pointing in his direction.
Yeah.
At least he got off, and there was some reasonable doubt just because of the evidence. Now, I do believe he probably did it.
Yeah.
So
but it was a good verdict.
It was a good verdict, even though it's probably not the truth.
Okay, and of course the tabloid shows agree with you because if he wouldn't have got off, they would have no material now. Right?
True.
Okay, have a great day.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.
Open line in Broward, 5249463. What are you frowning about in there? She says it was a good verdict based on the way the evidence. The evidence, they did a crappy job. So let's let him go out there and play golf. He's out there playing golf. His daughter's having her 10th birthday party back in Brentwood in L.A., and he's playing golf and screwing around with Paula in Panama City. And looking in the camera and laughing. He's just laughing at all of you, baby. He's laughing at us. At you. 1221 at WIOD. Over the years, the tradition of Lorenzo's Italian Center in North Miami Beach has continued to grow, and now, good news, especially for all of us in Broward. Now that tradition and commitment to freshness and service comes to Broward, announcing the opening of Ben and Bob's in Weston. Ben and Bob's, not to be confused with Don and Bob's, by the way, if you're from Rochester, but close. Ben and Bob's is a market in the same tradition of Lorenzo's with a fabulous wine selection, the best meat under the sun, great deli department, incredible produce department, the freshest seafood in South Florida, fresh pasta sauces, and lots more. Ben and Bob's is also going to have all of the Dr. Atkins diet foods available, plus catering services and gourmet food baskets as well. So instead of schlepping all the way down to North Miami Beach, now the tradition and commitment to freshness and service of Lorenzo's Italian Center comes to Broward at Ben and Bob's Fresh Produce and Seafood Market. It's in the Indian Trace Shopping Center. That's at 1368 Southwest 160th Avenue in Weston. Call 389-6169. 389-6169. Get your ass in there today.
The 96 Toyotas are rolling in by the truckload at Phil Smith Toyota.
Bringing it to the streets with deals that nobody beats and nobody beats the deal beaters.
Other dealers may be caught short on 96 Toyotas, but not Phil Smith Toyota. Choose from over 200 in stock with more rolling in daily. Why buy that Deerfield dealer's leftover 95 Tercel for $89.95 when Phil Smith is rolling back prices on every 96? That dealer in Coconut Creek wants to unload 95 Avalons for $23,999. But Phil Smith has unbeatable prices on every 96. So why buy a 95? During the 96 rollout, the deal beaters are rolling back prices on factory fresh 96 Toyota right now. Catch one before it rolls away at Phil Smith Toyota on Sunrise Boulevard, next to the swap shop between 441 and I-95.
Hands down, the best deals in town. Nobody beats Phil Smith Toyota.
Something's going on in South Florida, and you better watch for it. News 4 South Florida. You better watch for breaking stories, for on-scene coverage, for the whole picture. News 4 South Florida. For Bob Soper's weather, for Steve Shapiro's sports. News 4 South Florida. For experienced reporting with Barbara Sloan and Cambrell Marshall. News 4 South Florida. News 4 South Florida. News 4 South Florida. Watch for it.
Pay attention. I'm going to tell you about Thursday. It's not just the day before Friday anymore. Now it's the day that you've got another choice to make about what to watch on TV because now Thursday's got Murder, She Wrote. Yes, you heard me right. Murder, She Wrote and Angela Lansbury on Thursday. Then Mary Tyler Moore and Madeline Kahn head up New York News, a new dramatic series. Thursday, Angela Lansbury, Mary Tyler Moore, Madeline Kahn. Thursday.
Murder, She Wrote at 8, New York News at 9, tonight on WFOR 4 South Florida.
It's fall, the season of change. So we changed our prices all through the store. It's Sears Days, and at Brand Central, there's a Kenmore washer and dryer you can get at closeout prices, but only while quantities last. The washer's $348.88. The dryer's only $298.88. Save $72 on the pair. Dryer available and electric only. Prices may vary in Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico. So hurry in, get to Sears Days, and get many of our lowest prices of the season before the season changes.
610 WIOD. We're loud and we're not going away.
Colonel Denny McSalt's Big King of Del hot dog sizzling in a box announces our new chicken fajita burger taco on the Cobb Fish Salad Supreme, the ultimate fast food experience. Try it with our new bite-sized parts and pieces or our special tantalizing secret mustard barbecue teriyaki honey ranch horseradish and win one of over 1 million prizes in our new pick the team, choose a number, rub off the spot, spin the wheel, spank the monkey, nobody ever gets anything sweepstakes at any of our over 7 billion locations citywide. Colonel Denny McSalt's Big King of Del hot dog sizzling in a box. If we don't have it, you can't get it here.
Yep, there's nothing like a dog sizzling in a box. 12, what is it? 1226 at WID. Thanks again, Carol. Italian sausage, carbohydrate-free, a little bit of that low-carb sauce. Like dying and going to heaven. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm just starting that Atkinson's diet. I started
Atkinson, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday. I need to know if you need to get on that all those vitamins when you first started.
You got the book?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Do I need to get on the vitamins right away?
Well, I mean, take a multiple at least right away, and then work your way into it. Get all the stuff.
I see. All right, thanks.
Okay, good luck, pal.
Thank you.
See ya. See, the whole world is on the Atkins diet. They're not too crazy about admitting it, but they're on it. Oh, and then my mother yesterday, she's hocking a Chinik about, well, your brother had a stroke when he was on that diet. He was standing there in the office one day feeling fine, and the next minute he was on the floor with his mouth all twisted. I said, just serve up the lunch, honey, unless you want to be the next one on the floor with your mouth all twisted. Okay, honey? Cut the crap. No matter what it is, she knows better. She's the expert. Of course, she's fat, but she's the expert. We have an open line in Dade, 751-WIOD. We got 2 on the green lines, 1-800-944-HAVE-A-STROKE. Here's North Miami. Wait a minute. On 5? Hello?
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that blimp, that panther blimp.
What is it?
It's out of Pembroke Pines. Heisinger might own it because he's got the panther on one side and he's got the dolphins on the other side of the blimp.
And what does it mean?
And well, it's just advertising the games, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Because then when the Marlins are playing, they put the Marlins on the blimp.
Mm-hmm.
I went by a gas station this morning.
Yeah.
I got 1960 prices on the gas. Can I give the name?
Sure.
Yes. It's Starvin' Marvin's.
Yeah.
On Miramar Parkway and 62nd Avenue.
Yeah.
They got 79.9, 89.9, and 99.9 for gas.
Oh! All right, everybody head for Starvin' Marvin's. Fill her up.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, pal.
Thank you.
See ya. 2 open lines a day at 751-WIOD. 1 in Broward, 524-9463. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You are God.
Yes, I am.
And Phil has got 2, so what else is new? Listen, that show
yesterday. God.
Yeah?
That show yesterday, you were right. It really, it makes you believe how some people are in Miami. They really makes you wonder, you know?
Stupid would be an understatement.
Yeah,
ignorant would be a compliment.
You're exactly right. Well, listen, thanks for everything. And
have a great life.
Hey, can I have a shameless request?
Yes?
Can I have that managing that Brazil guy doing that Brazil?
Andres Cantor and Jim Mandich?
Yeah.
I'm going to play that thing again?
Come on, just one more time for my brother Robert in Orlando.
Okay.
Can he listen to you?
Can he hear it?
No, but I'm taping it for him.
Okay.
And I would like to wish him a
God.
douchebag.
Wish him what?
Say it, customer to douchebag.
Okay.
Julio, you're a flaming gas-delivering douchebag.
Okay, say goodbye.
All right, goodbye.
Adios. Jesus, man, they want so much. They want. Where the hell am I going to find that Andres Cantor thing, which even Dennis wanted to hear that the other day? You're bugging me, Dennis. Not just a joke. Where is that? Where is it? Is it in here? Or did Defo steal that? Uh-oh. Don't see it. Don't see it right away. You're going to have to hang tight, pal. If somebody took that card again, there is going to be blood. Here's the short Andres Cantor. Where's the good one? Where's the long one, baby? I want the long one. I don't want the short one. This guy ain't going to settle for a short one. I can tell his type. He wants the long one. Oh, this place. This goddamn place. Guess what? I don't see it in there. I'll find it. I'll find it if it's the last thing I do, pal. I'll find that stinking stupid cart. We have an open line in Dade, 751 WIOD. Here's a mobile in Delray Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, first of all, I'm part of the silent majority that's starting to speak out a little bit. I was just reading an article about this Representative Bob Brooks, who he and 15 other lawmakers are trying to pressure Disney into not adopting a new policy of extending health care to their gay and lesbian workers, spouses, and so forth.
Right.
I'm just sick and tired of these lawmakers telling us how to lead our lives and run our lives, what to do, what not to do.
Yep.
Let people live and let live and just leave us alone. That's all I have to say.
Amen.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Yeah, they're starting the right-wingers. It wasn't bad enough they found sex in the cloud in that movie. Then they got all bent out of shape now because the Disney people want to extend those benefits to their gay employees, which is almost everybody works for Disney anyway. And we have a handful of these right-wing goody-two-shoes legislators here in the state of Florida. Right away they want to, boycott Disney. They're having a nervous breakdown. Their true colors are showing, okay? You can hear Deutschland Überall playing in the goddamn background. How come I can't find that cart, mister? Huh? See, every time something becomes popular, every time I play something that people like...
You son of a bitch.
All of a sudden it starts showing up all over the place. Like Rick asking me yesterday to play the crepitation contest. I can't believe he even asked me that. On the one hand, he's telling me about all these people who have come here, like Joey and like Randy and all these other people he's mentioning, who have tried to rip me off and stolen my material and how that's bad and it hurts the station and it weakens the show and it dilutes my material. And then he turns around and wants to play the goddamn crepitation contest. See, this is the one I got. This ain't it. That ain't it.
Devani, 2-1, 3 patrió Italia, 2 Brasil.
See, that's like, well, that's good, though. That's a shortened version. Because that other one goes on. It's like a shortened version. Here's Pembroke Pines on a purple line. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, where's Jackie Bales?
Jackie bailed.
Hey,
she's in her kayak.
That's Jennifer.
What is the story on that? Does anybody know? Have you heard any rumors? Can we make up a good story? What's the deal with that?
I don't know. Was there a cat fight back in the newsroom between
There was
Jennifer
a cat fight. I think that's it. I think somebody scratched their somebody's puss.
Hey, I'm on the Atkins diet.
Yes?
I'm going on 2 weeks now. I've lost 8 pounds.
Oh!
I was at 240, now I'm down to 221, but I lost some pounds before I went on it.
Okay.
And my doctor,
So you had a head start.
I went to my doctor yesterday, and he told me I need to get off that diet.
Oh, yeah.
Get off that diet,
Yeah.
man. You're going to kill yourself.
Right.
He says...
you know what I would tell him? That's what I would tell him. Save a lot of people, too.
Hey, well, he says it could cause kidney problems, all that fat. But, with my diet anyway, the way I'm eating it, we read the book, but I'm not eating the carbohydrates, but I'm not loading up on fat.
Right, and plus if you drink a lot of water. These people that want to stay with their diet sodas, drink a lot of good bottled water, man. Get yourself some Soleil, some Evian, some Perrier. Good bottled water, and just when in doubt, flush it out. Then you don't have to worry about
huge
that.
Bottle of Zephyr Hills, and I keep filling it up at work because
There
they have
you
the
go.
coolers.
That's the way to do it, and plus that'll help you lose the weight faster, too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. No, since I cut out the Dr. Peppers, down. My girlfriend's saying, well, you can drink the diet caffeine-free Coke, but
Now,
what's the
cut
use?
out the Dr. Pecker, man. I'm telling you, get rid of that.
What's the use?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to tell you I love your show. Thank you very much for the diet. I waited a while before I went on it to tell other people that I know.
Till you found a few people who still are alive, like
Because I
me.
was somewhat skeptical. It sounded like, it's bass-backwards from every other type of diet you hear about.
Right.
So I was skeptical, I admit, but, I want to know, I'm in the first 2 weeks, I'm just about to get out of it. When can I start eating, like, the reduced carbohydrate pastas at Lorenzo's?
Down the road.
Down the road, exactly. I can't start.
Because that's still got a pretty hefty amount of carbs in it. Don't. When you lose, how much you got to lose?
I want to get down to 180.
Well, how much you weigh now?
221.
So you still got about 40 pounds to go. So don't push too many of the carbs in there, all depending on how fast you lose it. Just ease back into it. More vegetables, salads, stuff like that before you start adding too many other things.
Oh, and another thing that book told me, it told me that I may have like literally a yeast infection in my stomach from the antibiotics.
Right.
I've been taking those garlic pills.
Yeah.
My stomach is actually, before it's just like rounded. Now I have a little flatness going there.
There you go.
Dr. Atkins is the second God.
Atkins is God. Okay, pal.
I love you, buddy.
Keep it up.
Bye.
Yep, Neil Rogers saves South Florida, but of course Melissa Ruggieri don't know nothing about that. All she knows is we had a crappy book, and the King of Talk is like down to a 4.6, which is a 5-something between 10 and 2, which guess what, sweetheart? That ain't so bad. We never do below a 5 share, 25.54 in midday here. We'll be okay. They won't get too nervous, although they did say don't come back to work tomorrow. Oh, these people in the media in this town, you are so Bush League. You are so paranoid. You are so tiny. Tiny. Even my dog ain't this tiny. Even my number ain't that tiny. Close.
When they get knocked around, champions knock right back.
It's not a special teams loss, it's not offensive loss, and it's not a defensive loss. The Miami Dolphins lost. Everybody had a piece of it.
When they get knocked down, they get up and knock somebody else. It's time to knock. Dolphins on radio. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Hey, Neil. Fuck you.
You son of a bitch.
Okay, 12:39. I got two things here, okay? I got two things for you, one good and one bad. So George, who called before, I did get your fax. And it's kind of cute. Lance Ito's Sidebar and Grill. And it's got like soup de jour, aged for 1 year, maybe bitter. Cato salad and empty head of lettuce with very little dressing. Ron Goldman wine, young vintage, good body, but you have to bring your own glasses. Paula Barbieri cocktail, OJ with little honey on the side, goes down real easy. Marcia Clark beer. We thought we still had a case, but now we're not sure. Simpson alibi sandwich, full of bologna and hard to swallow, but lots of stupid people are buying it. Mark Furman chicken platter, absolutely no dark meat. Veal a la Nicole, well battered and sliced, served without the head. And the Dennis Fung plate. Grilled detective served open-faced, maybe contaminated. Dessert, sorry, our bakery is temporarily closed. The lawyers have taken all the dough. Cute. Thanks, George. So anyway, here's something a hell of a lot less cute and a lot more disgusting and grotesque, and I even hesitate to read it, but it's from Reuters. It's a news story. Chicago. An aide to Nation of Islam minister Louis Farrakhan has said that Jews should go to hell and be prepared for war, the Chicago Tribune reported on Monday.
Boy!
I say to Jewish America, get ready, knuckle up, put your boots on, because we're ready and the war is going down, the newspaper quoted Kanel X, National Youth Minister for the Nation of Islam, as saying. The real deal is this, he said. Black youth do not want a relationship with the Jewish community or the mainstream white community or the foot-shuffling, head-bowing, knee-bobbing black community, he added.
Boy!
The so-called Jew is a parasite who comes into our community and takes our trailer and tractor loads of money on a daily basis, he says. The comments were made prior to the rally Saturday night in Washington in advance of the Monday's Million Man March. The reporter, the only white at the meeting, was later tossed out. The story said Cannell told the cheering rally, all you Jews can go straight to hell.
Hey, Neil, fuck you.
Boy!
There you go. The newspaper also said Mohammed in the interview said of President Clinton leaving town to give a speech on race relations, it seems opportunistic for the cracker to go now when God's man is in town, meaning Farrakhan. Of Monday's march, he said, this is the time of the black man's rise and the white man's demise. And what a surprise. How do you like that? So all you people that are defending the march and the people associated with it and all the others, you're full of crap, okay? And I'm going straight to hell. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, hello.
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing today there?
Okay.
Hey, I heard all the crazy, wild topics. It's a shame that they're all so concerned about this trial when it's over.
It's over.
It's done with. As far as
they don't want to let it go, man. They don't want to let go of it.
It's a shame. They just have nothing better.
Did you ever get anything like that? It was so good you didn't want to let go.
And as far as Farrakhan's little marches involved, all I could say is all they're missing is a little Colt 45. And,
yeah.
Other than that...
Okay, cute. Okay, see you at the Cran rally. That's what Tom Brookjaw said. Open line in Broward, 524-WIOD, one on the green line, 1-800-944-9463. Beautiful comments there by Louis Farrakhan's aides, but of course that was only his aide who said that. Louis would never say that, would he? Sure he would, and did, and does. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, listen, quick question.
Yeah.
First of all, let me tell you, I'm a first-time caller, long-time listener.
Great.
And it's interesting. I was just thinking about, in comparison to what his aides have said, how about what Farrakhan said? What did you make of him wanting to meet, say, with all the heads of the Jewish community or state?
Remember in The Godfather how they wanted to have the meeting with the heads of the 5 families? Yeah. And they all, came out in a box?
You never come out the way you went in.
Right. That's right.
Listen, what is with the fabulous sports babe?
Yeah.
Where does she come from? My God.
Hunger. She comes from a goddamn pickup truck somewhere.
Golly, she sounds like one of these chicks that you'd see at the side of, the Firecracker 400.
Yeah, at the truck stop, yeah. Driving her diesel truck.
Oh, gosh, she is horrendous,
yep.
man.
Well, that's QAM for you, man. And they got a guy on overnight who makes her sound sensational, a guy who just screams and yells. See, pretty soon they'll have nothing but syndicated programming on that station, and all they'll have is lard ass, and all the rest will be like zeros. They'll have no number. I'm telling you.
Hey, Neil, who do you like in the World Series, man?
Who do I like? Go Braves, baby.
All the way.
Kick some ass.
You got it,
Okay,
Chief.
Pally.
Stay well.
See ya.
Later.
Yep, go Braves. I want those Braves 4 straight. I don't want to pick on those poor Indian fans. They've been dying for years and years, but Jane and Ted are going to be there. They're going to be chopping it. They're going to be waving it. They're going to be doing their thing in the wigwam. That's right.
Fuck you.
Okay, enough already. 12:44, we have an open line in Dade. Boy, this is a good lunch. The sausage. And no carbs. 0 carbs. No carbohydrates. You can have like a whole bunch like I'm having right now. And one on the green line, 1-800-944-WIOD. There's a lady in Plantation. Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
I love you, by the way.
Of course.
I'm on the Atkins.
Right.
Now, I'm having a problem with, I have the book, but I'm doing the test at night. And it's purple, for the urine.
Not real dark, though, I hope.
No. It's a medium.
Medium, that's good.
Yes. Now, the problem is I'm not losing any weight.
How long you been on it?
This is going to be my 2nd week. No, yeah, my 2nd week.
And you haven't lost any weight?
I would say 2 pounds at the most.
Really?
Yes. And, I just had a baby, though, about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I've read the book over and over again. I'm even
how much do you have to lose?
I'd say about 15 pounds.
Well, it's going to be slow, see? If you only got 15 to lose altogether and you've already lost a couple, it's going to be slow. But if you stick with it, I pretty much guarantee it's going to happen. You might be real resistant like a lot of us. I am, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd stick...
Well, because it took me about a week to get into the purple.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're real resistant. So you just gotta stick with it. That's all. Be patient.
Should I go on a lower fat, because I've been eating, but my appetite is really not great now. It's
good.
Yeah.
That's great. See, I told you on this diet you're not hungry all the time.
Yeah, I know, and I go to Lorenzo's too.
There you go.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Well, don't eat more than 3 or 4 of those cheesecakes a day. That might be holding you back.
No, I haven't even had one a day.
Good, but they are great though.
Oh.
No,
yes.
I would just stick with it. It'll happen. Trust me when I tell you.
Okay.
Stick with it. Okay, keep it up. See ya. Yeah, it slows down for a lot of us. I mean, I'm down to a crawl, but I'm not worried about it because this morning I get up, my blood sugar is 98. 98 with no medication. All right. Oh. Nice. Outstanding. And the blood pressure was like 100/60, and my medication is like way down to a fraction of what it was before. And I still got about 25, 30 pounds, 35 maybe to go, but what the hell? So big deal. It'll happen. And let me tell you another thing. The longer you take to lose it, the longer you're going to keep it off. I know that's an old cliche, and we're all impatient, but if you get on one of these quack things and you lose like 40 pounds in 5 minutes, you're going to gain it back just like Oprah. You're going to be like a goddamn accordion. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be fat one day, skinny the next, like a balloon the next. Who the hell wants that? That's very unhealthy, too, by the way. So just take your time and eat your steaks and your lobster and your Atkins cheesecake and have a great life.
610 WIOD. Sick people with power tools.
And now, Language Lab, the show that teaches you a foreign language in less than 60 seconds. Today's lesson, Greek. Lesson 1, strawberry pie.
Strawberry pie.
Lesson 2, apple pie.
Apple pie.
Lesson 3, pumpkin pie.
Punky pie.
Customer, what kind of pie do you have? Answer.
apple pie, strawberry, and punky.
Language Lab is a public service that may not be copied or authorized for resale. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, 1251 at WIOD. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Neil? This is Alphonse, my first-time caller.
Okay.
I'm calling up in response to the all the negativism that the OJ, and not only the OJ trial, right, Mr. Louis Farrakhan. What is it with this individual? You know, I'm an American, first of all. I don't go back to my roots or whatever. I was born in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
My dad's Italian. My mom's ethnic Puerto Rican. They came here, they assimilated, they wanted to become Americans, and they were successful. What up with this idiot? Because apparently he doesn't know what work ethics is all about, hard work. What do they want to continue? To have handouts handed to them, continue to be social parasites? There's a thing called getting up, working, and being responsible
so what are you saying? Is
for your own actions.
All black people are social parasites? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we're not saying it. We're not generalizing here.
Well, what do you
but
mean
the way he is actually referring to is that the white establishment is the culprit of everything. Give me a break.
Yeah.
That's ludicrous to think anything like that.
Uh-huh.
That is ludicrous. That's my opinion, and continue your good work. We need more people in this community, believe me. I've been here 2 years. I don't know what to do. I'm here because I recently was transferred. I work with the Department of Justice. I call it the injustice many a times because of the things I see. But we need to continue to be more vocal and outspoken because we need to get things straightened out in this country.
All right.
We really do.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Zygazun. Oh, I'm sorry. We have an open line in Dade, 751.
You son of a bitch.
9463-751 WIOD. I got to stop eating the rest of that sauce. That sauce is good, but I know there's some carbs in there. You're not fooling me. I don't want to get no extra, and I don't want to get no excess carbs sneaking into my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Very good, but just a little bit of that on your sausage. We have an open line and a green line, like two of them. What is that? Is there somebody really on here? I can't believe it. Hello?
Yeah, Howard's going to fist you.
Yeah, okay. Howard, up your ass, okay? Up your ass, okay? Take a good fist and stick it where the moon don't shine, okay, pal? Like your own. Let's see you do a Ron Jeremy. Here's Sunrise on the purple line. Hello.
Hey, Neil. First-time caller, long-time listener.
All right.
How you doing?
Good.
Neil, just to change the subject a little bit, I had a question on the 18-inch saddle. I know there's a couple of systems out there.
Yeah.
I was wondering, is the RCA the best?
No, I think the Sony is the best from what people tell me, even though I, of course, have the RCA because I got it first before the Sony came out. But they said the Sony has got, like, more capability of doing more things, et cetera, and so on. And in the long run, it's going to be better. And I think it's about the same price.
Oh, really? Just one other question on that. Can you get the local channels with that, or you need a separate antenna?
Well, you need a separate antenna, or if you want to get the networks, you can lie about where you live and tell them that you can't get cable reception of the local channels, and you can pick up the network affiliates like WABC in New York and WRAL for CBS in Raleigh and WXIA for NBC in Atlanta, et cetera.
I see.
So it's up to you whether you're desperate to see Rick Sanchez.
Great show, Neil. Thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Open line on that purple AT&T cellular, what is it? AT&T wireless, whatever we call it, okay? Whatever we call it, at Pound IOD and 2 on the green lines in West Palm Beach and Boca. I would have thought that thing from Reuters, but why would I think? You know, nothing. No matter what it is, you come in here. I've said this for years. You think that whatever it is that really got your, like that thing on CBS News last night. I mean, what kind of a story is that? What kind of a horrendous, grotesque, Ray Seal's cousin gets murdered by the cops in Pittsburgh. He's a black guy in a Jaguar in a white neighborhood. 15 minutes later, he's dead. No drugs, very little booze, like maybe one drink in his blood, and that's it. And he's dead. Nobody cared about that. Nobody gave a flying crap about the comments of Louis Farrakhan's good buddy and top. And the best part of it is he's the national youth minister. He's the head of the Nazi Bund for the Farrakhan people. Kanel X, national youth minister for the Nation of Islam. And by the way, another thing that I'm seeing, and this is spreading all over the country, by the way, in public schools. We've had some talk about it here. I'm not sure if there are any schools here doing it, where they put the kids in these uniforms, with the white shirt and the pants and the tie, and they all look the same, so they don't have to fight about who's got the best designer clothing and who's got the more money. I am going to tell you, man, I can see the Nazi youth out there marching with their fists and their arms up into the air. It is the most scary goddamn thing. Let's take away everybody's individuality. Let's all dress them up the same, brainwash them, and Deutschland über alles, baby. It's disgusting. And a lot of parents think, oh, that's a great idea. Now I don't have to worry about going to goddamn J.C. Penney's or Kmart and buying some more clothing for the fall. They got their little outfit, their uniform. They're all the same, like we cut them all out of the same goddamn cookie cutter. All right. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Okay.
Love your show. I want to call your attention to something I saw in this wonderful newspaper that Melissa Ruggieri works for.
Yeah, the Slum Sentinel?
That's the one.
Bitch.
Yesterday's paper, Wednesday, October 18th.
Yeah.
They've got the same article on two different pages in the same section here. The local section, they got an article headlined, Hallandale wants to fire contractor.
Oi!
And on the very next page,
yeah,
they got the same identical article under a slightly different headline. Hallandale moves to dump contractor.
Well, it's big news, you got to understand. In addition to which, their readers in Hallandale are all brain dead anyway, so they probably missed it the first 20 or 30 times. Maybe they can put it on every page.
I thought this was just emblematic of the wonderful editing.
Hey, listen, we got 2 Bush League newspapers in this town. We don't have anything that even resembles a real newspaper, and it's perfect. It's a perfect fit. You know, you go to Philly, you get the Inquirer, with an I, a real paper. You go to Boston, you get the Globe or the Herald, which are 2 real newspapers. You go to Chicago, you get, the Tribune and the Sun-Times, which come close. But, here, you don't have a newspaper that even comes close to being a real newspaper.
Right on.
I can read my Sun-Sentinel in the morning. Between the time I pick it up outside and take the goddamn soggy plastic off it, I can walk back to the toilet, sit down for 2 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, it's a real Bush League paper.
Yep.
And I'd just like to say to Melissa Ruggieri that Neil is the deity. And that's all.
God! Yeah, enough harass. Okay,
Neil.
pal, have a great life. Yeah, but, they're just waiting. And, of course, if we do have a good book and bounce back, which probably will happen someday, well, I see talk radio's coming back. Somebody lifted that dark cloud over WIOD. Are you fooling somebody, Melissa? Are you trying to fool somebody like they can't? Are they that stupid that they can't see through this transparent pane of glass you got over your ass? Where you hate all of us over here like poison? Never even mention Rick and Suds, of course, like they don't even exist. And then she throws in that great line. Did you read that sarcastic line she's got in there? Talk amongst yourselves. The Simpson trial could have and should have won WINZ blockbuster ratings, but they snuck the joint out. At the more irreverent WIOD 610 AM, there seems to be a black cloud hanging. A black cloud. Not a white cloud, you racist bitch. For the second book in a row, the station's 25 to 54 age group ratings have slipped in every time slot except for its nightly Passion Phone show hosted by Aaron Summers. While Summers edged from a 2.6 to a 3.3. Woo! 3.3. Heavy duty, sweetheart. At night, that number means she's got like 10 horny guys listening, and they're sitting around having a circle jerk. While she edged from a 2.6 to a 3.3, midday man Neil Rogers wasn't as fortunate. Perhaps the most popular personality not named Howard airing in South Florida. Did you hear that? Perhaps the most popular personality not named Howard in South Florida. I got news for you, Melissa. You got your head so far up Howard's ass, you're going to wake up one day with the same nose and the same haircut. Okay, bitch? Rogers lost a significant portion of his audience in the 25-54 demographic, slipping from a 5.7 to a 4.6. Afternoon host Phil Hendrie didn't fare much better in the same demographic, sliding from a 4.0 to a 3.0.
Oh!
Yeah, and how? Let's see your paycheck, Melissa. Let's see what you got,
this
bitch.
Hour's been strange. Just wait. 610 WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
It's the 1 to 2 hour. I can recognize your sin.
It's 106 at WIOD. I hate the ones that end abruptly like that, man. You're just sitting here paying no attention, lulling yourself into a coma, and all of a sudden, like real abrupt, like that's it. So anyway, thanks to Richard, thanks Dick, who sent me this glossy of Luis Miguel. Dick from Flamingo, thank you so much, sweetheart. And also thanks to Matthew, who sends me this magazine, Radio 1920 to 1995, America's Voice for over 75 years. And it says, Neil Rogers is right, those great old shows, that's where it's all about. Fibber McGee and Molly, Gunsmoke with William Conrad, all the stuff George knows nothing about. That's where it was at. Forget about this crap. Forget about that goddamn Joey Reynolds, it says. Right on the cover it said that. Also, somebody sends me a thing here, and this is right up your alley, mister, you barbarian. National Organization of Circumcision Information Resource Centers. And on the front page of this piece of dreck, it's got a picture of a bunch of dykes. Children's rights advocates marched to Marin General Hospital in Green Bay, California, July 29th. It says, we support nurses who won't circumcise. All these women are running around with these signs. Don't snip the tip. No medical excuse for genital abuse, etc. Okay, all these filthy, disgusting barbarians who know nothing about hygiene, who know nothing about living like clean and neat.
That's why.
And so the person who sent this to me, Frank, on the back writes very appropriately, and I hope you listen very carefully to this, my cheesy friend. Neil, you are the perfect one to stop all this circumcision business by... Oh, you know which Frank this is? That's the guy, the one that hates the women, so I'm not going to read it. It just dawned on me. See, am I sharp or what? A little slow. I didn't see the Frank the first time I read it. Now that I see it's Frank, I know it's the woman-hating asshole, okay? You stupid piece of turd. Why don't you go on here with Mr. Ego and stop wasting your postage sending me your crap, okay? You're almost enough to make me go for some foreskin right now. Where's Jose? Okay, let's do Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay.
Yeah, I was calling about this, the lady that called a little while ago.
Can I ask you a personal question before we go on because of the timing of this?
Okay.
Are you circumcised?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Good man.
That lady that called a little while ago, that she had just had a baby 6 months ago, and she was on the Atkins
diet. Right, she was slow, right.
Yeah, okay, well, my wife, she started the Atkins diet when you first came out with it.
Right.
And she had the same problem. She was slow, losing the weight. So I called you, and you just told me to hang on. And then she finally called the 1-800 number on the Atkins book there.
Right.
And they told her to get off the diet right away. After you have a baby, you have to wait 9 months because your body goes into a coma. And that's why it's so slow.
Really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you called.
Yeah. All right, hey, I keep hearing that you son of a bitch on there.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Okay, pal.
Okay, Neil.
Don't take it personal.
You got it.
Have a great day.
All right, man.
Oh, thank God he called. See, these people call me up like I'm a doctor or something, and she could have gotten real sick. You better get with it, sweetheart. Oh, I hope she's still listening, okay? Get off of it right away and wait 9 months till, like, your pubic straightens out, and then you can ease your way back into it, but not now. Thank goodness he called, okay? Because, I mean, what do I know? I'm just doing my best. I'm passing along the info. And like I said, read the book. Call that number if you have questions. I don't know nothing, okay? All I know is I feel great. My blood sugar's down. My pressure is down. It's doing good by me. Everywhere I go, people are coming up to me. I lost 20, 30, 45. That kid Frankie lost 71 pounds already. People are doing well. But in the meantime, don't take, from a witch doctor like me. Get yourself some information. Here's Davey. Hello. Davey.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Hey, listen, actually a couple things. Where do you get that cheesecake?
Lorenzo's, North Miami Beach.
Oh, okay.
But then they got that new one in Weston now, that Ben and Bob's.
Ben and Bob's?
Right.
Oh, that's closer. Great.
Yep.
Hey, that's pretty good stuff.
Indian Trace Shopping Center in Weston.
Okay. Hey, you made a comment the other day, actually earlier, that the rest of the world didn't really care about this OJ thing. I was sitting over in Australia, Melbourne, on the day that the verdict was read, and it was front page headlines.
Oh yeah, day that the verdict was read, but all those months when it was going on, I can't speak for Australia, but I know I was in Rome a few times during that period of time, and in Berlin and Amsterdam, and you'd have to dig into the newspapers way back, even the International Herald Tribune, and find a little tiny article. And even though it was on CNN International and people could watch it, I don't think most people gave a crap. But then, of course, when the verdict came out, it was like a big hype job. Everybody wanted to know what it was.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I've never been so embarrassed in my life. We were sitting in a little cafe, and they had a TV going, and it was on a local news channel. And all the people jumping up and down, waving their hands, and, hysterical.
Really?
And these, not in the shop, on TV.
Oh, I see.
It was showing I mean, these people are looking at us because they knew we were American.
Yeah.
and shaking their head, said, "What in the world's going on over there?"
Yeah, welcome to America, guys.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing.
Okay.
But,
have a great day, pal.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
See ya. Open line in Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD. We got 2 open lines on the green lines in Broward, Boca, Palm Beach, etc. They don't care about Louis Farrakhan. They don't care about Canal X. They don't care about Channel X. They don't care about Channel number 5. They don't know from nothing up there. That's why they moved to Palm Beach, because they want to be isolated and oblivious, and we respect that. So mind your own business and get out of here.
At night, there's passion on 610 WIOD.
With my first wife, there'd be no breakfast and no quickie. That was just strictly not possible. The second wife, you could have a quickie or you could have breakfast, but you didn't get both.
Okay.
And the third one was, if there wasn't a quickie, there was no breakfast.
Passion Phones with Aaron Summers, Monday through Saturday, 8 p.m. till midnight on News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio, 610 WIOD.
Kill Nicole. It's happening all over our nation.
I miss it.
I can't live without it. Everywhere, Americans are feeling the pain of the end of the O.J. trial on TV and the bleak prospects of life on their own.
I don't know what I'm going to do. Somebody famous, kill someone quick.
But we can help. We're the O.J. Trial Withdrawal Foundation.
I miss Johnny Cochran's smarminess.
The O.J. Trial Withdrawal Foundation offers personal counseling.
Chris Darden was so bald. oh, thanks. I needed that.
Group therapy.
Hey, all of you, snap out of it.
And the O.J. Trial Withdrawal Foundation telephone buddy system.
Hello. Hey, you don't shut up. I'm coming over there and I'm going to kill you.
OJ who? What? What was I talking about?
The O.J. Trial Withdrawal Foundation will help you get a life, even if he didn't.
A licensing fee was paid to O.J. for the use of his name.
You son of a bitch.
116 at WIOD. We have an open line in Broward, 524-9463. And here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
I'm a first-time caller.
Outstanding.
And I just called to tell you, actually, to thank you, because I had never seen Luis Miguel. I basically never heard any of his music.
Right.
But my friend got me tickets to the concert. She wanted me to go with her, and we had 4th row center seats.
Yeah.
And he's beautiful.
Isn't he?
And he's gorgeous. And
Told
he's
you.
Wonderful. I didn't understand a word that they were, singing, but I enjoyed it nevertheless.
That's okay. You don't have to understand the words.
It was great.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to thank you. I also want to ask you a question about the Atkins diet.
Yeah.
I was thinking of starting it. I have maybe 10 pounds to lose.
Right.
And I have an older book that I think he wrote, an older book.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
Okay.
Now, you want to get the new one. Forget
I have
about
the new one, too.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure. Just basically toss the older one.
Yeah, toss it.
Okay.
Or sell it. Maybe somebody will buy it for $10. It's hot now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Or just give it to an Indian in Arizona on your way out there. You might be going.
Great. That would be cool. I got to get out of UN anyway. Anything's better than going there.
There you go. Okay, hang on.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's register that nice lady. She might actually wean it. You know what I'm saying? Let's register somebody nice instead of some nudnik, okay? Let's make her a winner. Fix the thing, okay? Hi, Luis, baby. Here's that beautiful glossy photo that Dick sent me from Flamingo Record Promotions. And Luis has got his hand deep in his pocket feeling the change. I mean, really deep. So I didn't go to the concert, okay? I'll see him. I'll catch him next time. I'll build up the cones and go backstage and make whoopee.
No sé tú.
Yeah.
Pero yo no dejo de pensar.
See, if you want to start a religion,
Ni un minuto
here's the guy.
me logro despojar.
He may not have Louis Farrakhan's glasses, but
De tus besos, tus abrazos, de lo bien que la pasamos la otra vez.
La otra vez. By the way, hold it a second. So anyway, Luis says he even likes Jews too, so he don't discriminate. He likes everybody. He loves everybody, okay? Believe me, he spreads it around. That's what I've heard. So that Daisy bitch, oh, I'm sorry. Where are we going? We're going to Opelika. Hello?
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Great.
Well, it took me a week to finally get through to you because, I don't always have the time to call you, actually. But
and hang on for hours and potchkey around, right?
No, that's no problem. But nobody ever mentions one thing about what happened recently in Miami. Do you know about the sewer pipes that burst down by, where is it, Biscayne Bay or something like that?
The sewer pipes that burst by Biscayne Bay.
And all the crap went in the water.
And all the went in the water?
That's right.
Yeah.
it amazes me, because I moved down here in 1990.
Bottoms up.
And I read about that in the paper, and they were saying, well, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And why did nobody do anything?
Like what? Like go drink a couple of glasses of water and make sure it was okay?
No, like try to fix the problem before it actually burst and all the crap went
now
water.
listen, if we don't have something like that happen, and guys like you wouldn't have anything to get upset about, we don't want to live in a perfect world. The Lord didn't plan it that way. He likes a lot of screw-ups.
Without our nice beaches, we don't have much of a tourist
That's
attraction.
for damn sure. That's why we don't have no tourists here. If you notice, look around you, man. There ain't nobody here. Just a bunch of illegal aliens. I'm telling you. So all we got is the rubber raft business.
Just a couple of passerbys.
That's it.
Anyway, that's about all I had to say.
Do you ever feel that life is passing us by?
Yep.
Yep. When you're in South Florida, you get that feeling every day when you wake up. Sometimes you feel.
It's backing up, right?
There you go. Okay, when in doubt, clean it out, pal.
Have a good one.
And back to you. Sometimes I feel, you know what I'm saying, that, where the hell is it?
Sometimes.
Oh, no, I don't want that one. That one blows. Nah, that blows. Who cares about him? Let's play the original one and get that guy excited that called the other day that was chewing me out. So I didn't play this stuff yet, okay?
Sometimes I feel
I'll get around to it.
That life is passing me by. Sometimes I feel that people don't want to smile.
You son of a bitch.
But when I listen to your show, you make me smile like a child. And you can help me get by, my friend. Bill called it on my radio. Bill called it on my radio. On my radio. On my radio.
He's in heaven now. Isn't that what they said in Fatso? Remember that scene when she was carrying on Anne Bancroft and the mother? He's in heaven now. Oh, my God. And by the way, the people from QAM, the two assholes that own that station, released a piece of it but pretend they own the whole thing. I guess they went up to Rimmer Tuesday night before the hockey game when he was about to do the play-by-play, pretending to want to say hi and shake his hand, and made a bunch of Oh, there's Neil Rogers' good friend. You guys got something going? You know, you two guys, seriously, if brains were dangerous, you'd be the safest pair on the face of the earth. The crap that you got on the air, man, I wouldn't wish on Farrakhan and Hitler put together. So congratulations. At least you're consistent. And by the way, up your ass, that's from Bill Calder. 122 at WIOD. George.
10 WIOD. Mudslinging with the best of them.
Loan me $50.
Okay, 125 at WIOD. Don't forget, Ben and Bob's is open in Weston. That's a branch of Lorenzo's, which we've been telling you about Lorenzo's for months now. And Lorenzo's has been there for like over 40 years with the great wines and meats and the deli department and all the good stuff, produce, the best seafood in town. Now, in Broward, you don't have to schlep all the way down to North Miami Beach if you don't want, because they've got Ben and Bob's, a market in the same tradition of Lorenzo's, open right now in the Indian Trace Shopping Center in Weston. Unbelievable. And not only will they have all the great steaks and the seafood and the produce and the baked goods, but they'll also have all the Dr. Atkins diet foods available, plus catering services and gourmet food baskets as well. So the tradition and commitment to freshness and service of Lorenzo's Italian Center comes to Broward right now as I speak at Ben and Bob's Fresh Produce and Seafood Market. It's in the Indian Trace Shopping Center. That's at 1368 Southwest 160th Ave in Weston. Call 389-6169 or stop by and see them today. Good news for everybody in Broward, especially if you be on the Atkins. Okay, it's 126 at WIOD. Let's do Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I am so sick of Louis Farrakhan and Nation of Islam and religion in general. I'm really fed up.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
Well, he's a real good example of what religion's all about. He gets up there talking about Allah and Elijah Muhammad and God this and Solomon that, and all he does is spew hate, just like most religions.
It's like the Greeks. They made up their own gods, and they all happen to have the characters they wanted.
Right.
We've got,
and all their gods kept dropping a soap, those Greeks, yeah?
Yep. I grew up as a Pentecostal preacher's kid.
Oi.
Not my fault, but anyway.
Oi!
I've decided very recently to become an agnostic and let it all go and let it all hang out.
Let it all hang out, yeah.
Yep. And the best thing that has happened to me is just getting rid of religion. I'm reading philosophy. I want to see Life of Brian. I even rented The Last Temptation of Christ.
Now you're talking.
Excellent movie.
Right.
I recommend it to anybody who wants to see something creative and that actually might make you even think.
There you go. Frightening concept.
Yeah, but this Farrakhan thing and Oh God! I mean, I grew up with religion. I grew up with Swaggart and Paul and Jan, and oh God, it was awful.
And Jimmy Baker.
And now I look back on it and I think, man, I must have been possessed to be in that.
Well, congratulations on emancipating your brain, my friend.
Yeah. Can I request something?
Yes, sir.
In honor of my coming out of religion.
Yeah.
Can you play something maybe like the Pope bit that?
Oh, I already played that. How about The Lord Made Them All? I like.
What's that?
The Lord Made Them All. That's my favorite.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bless you. Open line and Dade, you heathen.
You son of a bitch.
129. Don't forget, the Lord, God, whatever he is, he made Luis Miguel, not Louis Farrakhan. Okay, just keep that in mind, Pally. So anyway, moving right along as we continue on our heathen way, let's do a mobile in North Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm calling about an Atkins diet question.
Okay.
Been on it for a couple of days.
All right, I'll just make up an answer.
Okay. Well, a friend of mine, I read in there that you can drink diet soda as much as you want.
But no caffeine. Make sure you got the caffeine-free. Caffeine-free. Caffeine. Trust me. Get rid of that caffeine. It's bad. It'll screw up your metabolism. It'll stop you in your tracks.
Okay, I haven't read that far in the book yet. I guess I have to do a little bit more reading.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, Neil.
Okay, pal.
Bye.
See, everybody's on the Atkins. The young, the old, the dead, the living, the near dead, in between. Everybody's on it now. It's one of the greatest things. And, of course, Channel 10 did that stupid piece on it here a few weeks ago. Totally doing injustice with that stupid bitch, that registered dietitian who wouldn't know a diet if they slipped it up her ass. And she's also, by the way, didn't give me any credit for doing anything about it. Only my friends at the Herald, that nice lady. What was her name? They wrote that really great article in the Herald that day. I have it at home. Neil Rogers, huh? Liz Daup. I love you, Liz. You're about the only good thing at the Herald, sweetheart. You and Greg Cody once in a while, and Michael Holdemayo. But other than that, they can take their Herald and they can wipe her ass with it, too. Not Liz, I'm sorry. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir?
Yes, I wanted to talk about Farrakhan.
How come you're whispering?
I wanted to talk about Farrakhan.
Yes, sir?
I wanted to talk about Farrakhan.
I heard you, yeah.
Okay,
You want to talk about Farrakhan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to understand what the black race has been through, man.
Yeah. How about what the Jews have been through?
Well, yeah, I understand that too.
Yeah. So how come he can be anti-Semitic? What's the point?
Well, see, what I'm saying is I don't agree with some of the things that he say.
Yeah. So you kind of like pick and choose. It's like people who believe in the Bible. They pick the stuff that sounds good and they discard all the nonsense. Yeah.
Well, see, I read the Bible.
Now bet.
And I go by everything that's in the Bible.
There you go. So don't be putting up with disobedient kids. You better stone them to death.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, get busy. We have an open line at Broward, 524. Boy, it's really sad, isn't it? It's dangerous what a little bit of education can do, or vice versa. Open line at Broward, 524-WIOD, one on the green line, 1-800-944-94. See, it's one thing to be angry, it's one thing to be desperate. I do understand that. But this crap about the Jews, man, and yes, I do have a jaundiced view on that because I'm Jewish, and I'm real happy to be Jewish. I don't believe any of the religious bullcrap part of it, but there's something about Jewish like the Yiddish and just fun and the food and all that stuff. It's just fun to be Jewish. Plus, there's a certain ethic, work ethic and education. There's a certain thing about Judaism that's a positive thing if they would just discard all the Bubba Mices. You know what I'm saying?
And don't forget brisket.
And bris. Bris and brisket. Now you're catching on. All right.
I thought you were talking about the good points.
Yeah, you can at least see the point, okay? We're not too big on turtles.
You're not too big?
On turtles. That's right, too big or on turtles. And from what I've heard, you ain't too big either, so just dummy it up.
Back.
Just put your head back in your shell. What was I about to say? Something about the damn Jews. Oh, about the fact that we at least... but this Farrakhan and all this breeding of anti-Semitism and the gutter religion and this asshole saying black youth do not want a relationship with the Jewish community, and the Jews better be prepared for war. I mean, enough already with this crap. Looking for a scapegoat. And like I said, that's exactly what Hitler did, and that's what Farrakhan does, and there is absolutely no difference except skin color and a mustache, okay? So don't give me this song and a dance about, well, I don't agree with some of what he says, but there's some of it that makes some sense. Yeah. Like don't do drugs and take care of your babies and stop being a deadbeat. Okay, we can buy that, but you don't have to listen to a Nazi to figure that out for yourself. If you can't figure that much out, then just lay down and take a long nap. Dirt. Here's a lady in Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering if you still watch Jennifer Valapi.
on the news.
God forbid. I don't watch that channel under penalty of death.
Oh, God. You should have watched it about 2 nights ago. She made
When she said something about your ass?
Yes.
We're going to make an ass of ourselves? I had a spy report on that.
Oh, it was the funniest thing. Yeah, they were
Well, Jennifer
talking.
knows her ass from what I hear.
Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
I thought about you immediately. She said smart ass remark.
And Tony, of course, went into a shell like a turtle and just panicked and said adios.
Oh, it was so funny, Neil, honestly.
Beautiful.
Also, I
You
wanted
won't
to
catch
ask...
Barbara Sloan saying smart ass on Channel 4, I'll guarantee you that.
That's true. That's
Right.
true. Also, I wanted to ask you, how's the Thanks for Calling lady?
How is she?
Yeah, I haven't heard from her in a while.
Well, I think she's okay.
Has she called
There
in?
was a rumor that she called Phil yesterday, but I'm sure she wouldn't get sucked into that.
Thanks for calling.
She's all right.
Well, has she called you lately?
Yeah, a few days ago.
Oh, good.
Not too long.
Oh, good.
We just don't like to overdo it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's good. That's smart.
Well, you have a great day.
Okay, thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Broward, open. I don't mean like a line open. I mean all of Broward. Everything from goddamn Hallandale all the way up to Pompano Beach and Deerfield and right up to the goddamn Palm Beach line. 524-9463, 524-WIOD.
Athletes and violence off the field. When they took steps to deal with it, 610 WIOD News was there.
I'm here because I'm a concerned father. I'm a concerned husband. I'm a concerned son. And that I experienced domestic violence on a first-hand basis.
The best news. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Enough with the puking.
I don't talk much, I don't need to anymore. Talk is so cheap, obsolete, what a bore. I don't speak anymore. With my modem, I communicate using speeches really second rate and a bore. I met you online in a chat room. Your comments were witty, your email was cool. Every fax made me want to go to bed. Is it odd that I've never heard a word that you said? That's how it goes. My voice is gone. I'm only speaking through silicon. It's okay. You just log on and get turned on by my icon.
You son of a bitch.
My computer talks, I don't have to anymore. If you're not on AOL, you're a bore. Oh. It's nice and safe to sit and pet when you do it on the internet. It's intimate and innocuous, 'cause we're all anonymous.
Squirt, squirt. Disconnect, baby. Bad news. 141 at WID. It's kind of like running out of quarters. Open line in Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD. And, of course, if you run out of quarters and you reach real deep in your pocket, oops, oh, damn it. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Actually, Neil, it's the Shores. I think you
Miami Shores.
Yes.
Well, how do you like that?
Neil, I no sucking up here, but you're the best, man. You're the best on the radio.
Well, me and Phil, we're the best. We're joining forces now.
I don't know.
One day I'll be the best, the next day he'll be. Of course, I did give him that idea yesterday, so I'll take a little credit.
I don't hear much of him, but...
Why not?
I just don't have the time.
Well, make the time. If you would have heard 2 to 3 yesterday, you'd be singing a different tune, man. He was phenomenal.
Well, I wanted to, first of all, agree with you on the Louis Farrakhan March on Washington.
Yeah.
It's a shame to see them making such a big fool out of themselves. It's a real shame.
And it's a shame to watch some people in the media trying somehow desperately to legitimize this son of a bitch. He is the most virulent, the most obnoxious, the most dangerous character on the face of the earth right now, and there are people trying to give him legitimacy and saying, well, you're taking things out of context. Right. Like all you Jews can go straight to hell.
If they don't understand that this guy, everything he stands for when he gets up there and talks, no matter what he says, is a fraud,
yep,
then they just don't get it.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. And the other thing was, I was listening to Hank Goldberg yesterday.
Well, no wonder you sound depressed.
And Hank was asked about the practice squad. Somebody called him up and asked him about the practice squad.
Hey, stupid!
Yeah.
And he had no idea. He first said it wrong on the air, and then he couldn't admit that he was wrong. And somebody from the NFL called to clarify, and he still wasn't right.
Yeah.
And he kept insisting that he was right the entire time, and he was completely wrong. This guy's supposed to be an NFL expert?
Well, call him up and ask him who the goalie for the Capitals is, and let's see what he comes up with. Maybe he figured out who Jim Carrey was with a mask. Have a great day, pal.
Material.
See ya. Yeah, in fact, somebody told me that show he does on The Douche that he was on a couple of nights ago, I think Defoe was telling me, and also Rimmer, that Hank was on there with his little hammer, with his ball-peeny hammer, and he was interviewing Kelly Rudy, the goaltender of the L.A. Kings, and I'm thinking to myself, having Hank interview Kelly Rudy would be like having Andy Kalb interview Westbrook Van Voorhees about journalism. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I'm sorry, but I'm missing something somewhere. WIOD. Oh, sorry, we missed you. George is putting carts away, which is probably just as well, because if you're only going to let it ring that many times, who needs you anyway? Here's Coral Gables. Hello.
Wow, Neil, I was prepared to go in another direction.
Well, you're all over the place. We got you splattered all over now.
Talking
Good.
about Hank Goldberg, you know, Joe Zagicki was filling in for him a couple of days ago.
I heard a little of that going to the hockey game. I thought we'd hear some hockey talk, and we didn't.
He was sitting there schmoozing. He actually said that nobody's been closer to Jimmy Johnson in the last 4 years than he, Joe Zagicki.
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah. I don't know how close he meant, all right?
Yeah.
Maybe
that's why Jimmy's hair is growing. Maybe it rubbed off from Joe's eyebrows.
Well, he said J.J. wasn't interested in the Dolphin coaching job, and that he knows because him, Joe Zagicki, has been close.
Joe Zagicki sucks, okay?
I'm going to tell you right now, I know a guy who does work, I can't say what kind of work, in Jimmy Johnson's homes, both in Dallas and down here. And you can tell Joe Zagacki he's full of crap.
But
I know for a fact that Jimmy Johnson is salivating, waiting for Shula to fall on his ass.
Absolutely. Anybody
in fact,
who thinks otherwise is an
that's why he
idiot.
touted the Dolphins so big at the start of the season and has been touting him all along because he's setting him up for the big fall.
Absolutely. Anybody who thinks otherwise is an idiot.
Right.
Another thing he said that he knows he's got the inside line that Scott Covington will be starting for UM this year. About 2 hours later, Butch Davis announces that Ryan Clement is going to start.
All right.
Joe Zagacki dropped dead. Bye-bye, Neil.
Okay. Yeah, he's just like Denise Potvin, who, by the way, Denise Potvin was out in Denver last night at the Avalanche Capitals game, and he was on for like about 2 minutes on a pregame show. So even when the Panthers have a few days off, you can't get away from Denise. He's everywhere. He's extending his tentacles all over the hockey world. What's he doing out there, auditioning for another job? I bet you Rimmer only prays. Here's Jensen Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Hey, man, I'm up here in Martin County, home of the Peace Pole.
Yeah? How's that thing doing? They yanked that down yet or what?
Oh, no, they put it back in the hole.
They stuck it back in the hole. Oh! All right. I knew those bastards could do it.
And the pole, too.
They need a diagram, but if you show them where to stick it, they can do it.
Absolutely. Hey, I went to a comedy club this weekend.
Yeah?
And guess who the MC was?
Chris Baker.
Nope. Steve Patterson.
Oh, my God.
And you know
Talk
what he
about
said?
Sticking it back in the hole.
Right. He said something about Canadians, so somebody yelled out the frogs.
Yeah.
And he's like, a couple of IOD listeners. He goes, he said, I used to work there, but I didn't get along with the talent, so I had to quit.
Yeah.
Regresa
a Canadá, judío bastardo.
There you go.
Yeah, they blew his ass out of there.
Beautiful.
Hey, let me ask you something.
He didn't get along with the talent. It had nothing to do with getting along. He just stunk on the air, that's all.
Yeah,
he just sucked.
Big time. Hey, how do you check your blood sugar? You have to go to a doctor for that?
If you're dumb. No, seriously, why, are you diabetic?
No. I just want to check it.
Why?
Because I'm working out and I'm changing my diet.
Oh. Well, yeah, then you're the kind of guy who should get a blood test and have them check your blood sugar. But like an ordinary diabetic type person, like ordinary, I don't know what that means, but they have a thing you can get in the drugstore. It's about $70 or $80 called a glucometer.
Right.
And you have to like stick your finger a little bit if you're not squeamish and get just a little drop of blood on the test strip and stick it in the thing, and in about a minute it shows you your blood sugar. Very important if you got like either diabetic or a low blood sugar.
Yeah, I think mine might be low.
Well, you better check it out when in doubt.
So you just stick it, huh?
Just stick it.
Cool.
Or just stick it in the hole if you like.
Hey, one more thing for you and George. Does Aaron Summers really have a great ass?
I'm waiting, George.
It'll do.
He said it'll do.
That's it?
Yeah. In other words,
I've never
it'll
seen
do.
it like, you know.
He's never
very
seen it up close
revealed.
and personal like the PD did. Call up Steve Nickel and he'll tell you. Have a great day, pal.
Later.
See ya. Yeah, I'll never forget that. She's only got about a 3 share on there. She ain't doing that great, and she's off in Tampa and probably on the verge here, too, and we can't sell the show. But she's got a great ass. All right, I like it. I like it. That's what he said. I said, it takes one to like one, and he said, well, what does that mean? Draw me a diaphragm. So she's in the family way, too, by the way, the sex bitch. That's all right. I'm plugging that show. I want you all to listen to the sex bitch from 8 to midnight because I don't want her going off here. I don't want to give the appearance, you know, it's bad. We crapped out in Tampa. We took her off the air on SUN because of the AFA, even though they deny it. They wanted the hockey games on. Okay. And then they took Howard off in Chicago. Just as it turned out, he was kicking everybody's ass. And our Cox station, Mike Disney, no less, backed into a corner. Oh, no, here's a bunch of money. Just go away. So how embarrassing would it be for us at WIOD to blow off the sex bitch right at a time when we're, you know, doing a bend the knee to everybody else? My God. I mean, you talk about a company that doesn't have even the slightest essence of a Cayenne.
That's my opinion. I'm Mike Disney.
148 at WIOD. Cayenne? Kayak. Oh, there's Jackie again on the kayak. How you doing, sweetheart?
And WIOD, Jerry Garcia's favorite station.
Hey, Goldberg still sucks. Oh!
In the tradition of Demi Moore's remake of The Scarlet Letter, where adultery is a good thing and everyone lives happily ever after, Paraphrase Pictures proudly presents the newest, happiest, most politically correct film version ever made of Moby Dick. Moby Dick. Herman Melville's often assigned in school, never read at home, 19th century classic comes to the screen with new stars, a new story, and a 21st century attitude.
Like a person overboard, man.
Moby Dick, starring Keanu Reeves as Ishmael.
Kids, call me Ishmael. Oh, heck, call me Ishy. That rhymes with fishy. And this is my lovable trained seal, Swishy.
Moby Dick, starring Jack Nicholson as the irrepressible Captain Ahab.
Load the tranquilizer gun. There she freaking blows.
Moby Dick, we've completely rewritten the story, and we've added a hot babe who stows away and does a nudie lap dance kind of like the one in Showgirls.
Sorry, sweetheart, that's not my peg leg.
Moby Dick. It's nothing like the book, because if it was, nobody would go see it.
You son of a bitch.
153 at WIOD. Here's a mobile in Carroll City. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Second call in 2 days. Sorry about that.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you know how I feel about Sagaki? As in... Okay, I thought you had it ready. Yeah. Anyway, as far as Hank goes, he was on The Douche about 3 nights ago with Tony Dorsett. This is after he went 0-5 this weekend, by the way.
Yeah.
They're starting to call him O. Henry.
Mm-hmm.
At any rate, he had Dorsett there, and he says, Tony, when do you expect to be inducted into the Dallas Cowboy Ring of Fame? And Dorsett looks at him kind of dumbfounded, and he says, I am, Hank.
Yeah.
Right there on the douche. Hank
Beautiful.
looks stoned. In closing, Neil...
Hey, Abe Lincoln, when are you going to be making that speech at Gettysburg? Right.
In closing, I heard O.J. and Jason did it. I heard Jason said, go get the car. O.J. said, axe mom.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
Oh, God. He was doing so well, too, till he started getting that old material, you know, stale. But I guess you know who Zagacki is. You know, I will tell you one thing. You notice how I shamed Zagacki into getting those glasses off on TV, like in 1 or 2 days? Boy, you talk about having influence and power. Okay, now get rid of the eyebrows, Joe, and get yourself a personality. You'll have it made, and learn something. Here's Medley. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hello. How you doing? I'd like to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
This Neil?
This is me.
How you doing? I'm a first-time caller or
Great.
a low-while listener?
All right.
And I'd like to touch on 2 things. The first thing will be, I think O.J. should hook up with Lorena. I think they make a good couple.
There you go. I like it. One good slice deserves another.
Right. Okay, my other thing is, I think you're a little hard on the blacks, man. I think we came a long way in this country, and I know things are kind of messed up right now, but I think if...
Yeah, but wait a minute. If I'm so hard on the blacks, how come I'm the only person talking about that thing about Raciel's cousin that got murdered by the cops in Pittsburgh? It was on CBS Evening News last night. For some reason, whatever it is, it's not in any of the newspapers except a little column yesterday. This is a major story, and it's part of the crap that's been going on for forever and ever, and it's got to stop. That's one of the biggest gripes you got is police brutality and all these young blacks who are in jail, most of whom probably, or many of whom, shouldn't be there.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
So I'm trying to be fair. I'm just very agitated. I know there are a lot of desperate black people out there, but don't look to demagogues to solve the problems. Don't look to Louis Farrakhan's of the world because they're not the answer.
No, well, I don't believe. See, now the majority of blacks, I don't believe that look look to Louis Farrakhan to find a way out. But well, like I said, Louis Farrakhan is not the god of the black people.
I hope not.
No, he's not. And I think, a little off the subject, I believe that a black person will quicker accept a white person than a white person can accept a black person.
No, I don't believe that.
You don't?
I don't. I think there's plenty of racism on both sides, and there's plenty of decent, broad-minded people on both sides. I think there's plenty of hate in this country to go around. I don't think we have to try to get into a contest to see who hates the most.
I'm embarrassed of the United States, man. The hate, the racism here, it's outrageous. It's making us look bad everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, everybody's laughing at us.
That's
you know?
right.
But,
we got to get our crap together, man.
That's right.
We need the million people march, not black or white people, just all people.
Everyone. I agree with that, Neil.
There you go.
Well, I don't think you're a racist. Well, sometimes some of your comments make me wonder, you know.
I'm white, so I see things from a white person's perspective, but I deal with people as individuals, and when people tell me I'm a racist, maybe I am to a little degree, like everybody's a racist to some minor degree, but in terms of being a bigot, I am not, and anybody who says that can jam it up their ass.
Okay.
Have a great day, pal.
All right, thanks, Neil. Bye.
See ya. Speaking of racist, by the way, here's that entire story from Dallas, one of the most... this is what this guy ought to be upset about, and I'm sure he is, and everybody else. A white Dallas school teacher is off the job because of complaints she told black students they should go back to Africa. What kind of a teacher is that? Why don't they send her ass back where she came from? Officials at Humphrey Lee Elementary School say 51-year-old Dean Williamson was suspended yesterday with pay pending an investigation. Some shocked parents say their fifth graders told them Williamson told pupils Monday's Million Man March of black men in Washington was worthless. They say that when youngsters disagreed, she told them to return to Africa. An attorney for Williamson did not immediately return calls for comment. I can't imagine why. How do you like that, huh?
That fucking bitch.
I mean, here's somebody that's a school teacher, like I was telling you the other day. A lot of these school teachers are total misfits, have never even got through goddamn school. Boy, this thing don't work worth a crap, you know what, George? And she's in the classroom telling the black kids to go back to Africa because she didn't like the march. I didn't like the march either. I thought it was a waste of time, but I'm not telling anybody to go where they came from except that bitch.
Why don't you go back to Canada, you Jew bastard?
Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Oh, hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's me, yes. I've been listening to you since WINZ when you started off with the bird.
Right.
And I'm getting old. You know, years have gone by.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
How do I still do this?
I don't know. But when
miracle.
you go on vacations, radio is a vast wasteland.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's obvious in the ratings, too. These summer books, when I have 2 weeks that I'm gone and Rick was sick for 2 weeks, it's deadly. If they could just find some living person to be on, other than Defoe, by the way. If they could find a living person to fill in who I could do a little talking, I think we'd, hold our own.
I agree with you totally.
Right. They got to work on that.
With a little talent.
That should be their number one priority, is so that, like in Morning Drive, when those guys go on vacation to put tapes on in Morning Drive, it's unconscionable.
I agree
Find
with
a
you.
body out there. Find somebody.
They don't seem to listen to you.
Yeah, well, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love the tapes.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you one thing, because I've been listening. I'm starting Monday on the Atkins diet.
Yeah.
And I can't figure this out. The nitrites it says no nitrites, but everything you look at this
it's because you don't want to, when that's all you're putting in your body, he doesn't want you to take a lot of chemicals in there. But if the nitrites are like the last ingredient or close to the last ingredient on a label, I wouldn't worry about it. Like most of your meats and everything. Although Lorenzo's does have this stuff with no nitrites.
I know, but I don't drive, so I can't get down there.
Yeah.
But,
so just look for the stuff
I look at the bacon, I like bacon,
Yeah.
and it's the last ingredient. It is.
If it's the last ingredient, don't worry about it.
Oh, thank you so
Okay.
much, Neil.
Good luck.
Bye.
See ya. So anyway...
You son of a bitch.
Hey, Newt, we got your contract right here. 610 WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Critical consequences when skipping school. Good afternoon at 2 o'clock. This is Jennifer Rem. News, talk, and entertainment radio 610 WIOD.